What's up, gang? We are gonna start on this Defender. It is, let's see, this was a 1981 game. I think it was Eugene Jarvis's first. When you turn it on, it comes up with the usual rug pattern where it reboots and reboots. Let's take a look at that. This is the monitor, and I don't know if you can see, it's kind of dark. It's coming up the rug pattern. And so I think what needs to be done, I think most likely the rug pattern is going to be our voltages coming to probably the board. I think it's this connector here, but I'm going to get us set up here and we'll check the voltages. I think this should be a quick fix. Okay, so what we're looking here is the 9-pin plug, and I do believe that's the one in the middle here. And we're going to be ground. Oh, maybe I'm wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This one, oh, this one's a 9-pin down here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. See, is that one still on? Okay, so we're just a little lower than I thought. So we start off with ground here, and then we have 12 volts, so let's grab us a ground and then hit this 12. 11.28, that's fine. And plus 5. This one here. 3.9, 3.8, that's pretty low. Then we have 12 volt next to it. 10. And this should be -5. That one's pretty good. So what I think I'm gonna do is take this connector off here, and I'm gonna repin it, and hopefully that will be enough. But what we, if we have to, we can just take the board out, and it really needs to be done, is put new headers and new pins on each connector. But we'll do that one for right now just to see if the game is up, because we need to get the game up and get on to the next game. All right, I think I got everything we need. I got a little workstation set up here. Sorry about the lighting, it's the best I can do. We are at the game, and it is dark in the arcade. We just have some lights on so far. Okay, so I have another 9-pin connector, and what I'm gonna do is just match this up exactly. Let's see, our little lip is on the back side here, so we want to put that on the back side. And we have a blank, and then these 2 grounds. What's this? So I'm going to snip off this first ground. Let's get our snips. I just barely want to cut some of that off. Pins here. Go ahead and get a few out. I'm going to use several. Now, my crimper isn't the exact one I need for this, but it does work. It does the job. Kind of got to prep it first. Let's see if I can show you. So these are the pins, and then this little end that's in the V, I just kind of pinch it shut a little bit to help my crimpers out. It helps it get in there a little easier. And set it in there ahead of time. Oh, I didn't quite get it enough. No, I just did it too much, of course. We'll just do a couple of these together. I'll show you how I'm doing this. So here's my pin. I put that white paper down so it'd be easier to see, and it didn't work. Now I'm just putting this inside that V and crimping it down just enough that it kind of opens it up a little bit, and then it holds it in place too. And I shove the wire in. This is a little bit thicker wire because it's power. This is ground actually, but not sure if it's 20 gauge or 18 gauge. Just snip a little bit of that off. Doesn't all want to go into the pin. Try that. All right. Let's see if I can zoom it in or something. That might be a little bit better to watch too. So there's my pin on the wire. Can't see it exactly, I guess, but a little bit better. Decent crimp. Now it has a little tab on the back. One side's flat and one side has this thing on it. The side that's flat has like a little tiny flap, and you want to make sure that that flap goes in the window. So I want to make sure this is the same. We still have our little lip that grabs and locks into place. So this came from the second one over. So this will go to the second one here. So it'll be this side. And like I said, we want to make sure that that flat spot with the little tab hits this window. And when it goes through that window, that little tab will lock it into place. You can hear it click. Click. And so now we're lined up exactly the same. Let's do this next one the same way. Now this style of connector here has a pin in there, and you just jab the wire through a little V that cuts it, and it makes connection where the cut is. But over time, that connection's not so great. So I'm hoping that that's the only thing wrong with it. If not, we will just continue. I really cut off too much on that last one. Wrong way. Oh, I forgot you guys were zoomed in so you can see a little bit better. Okay, so I got my V in here. That one's a little bit better. I need to leave myself a little more room this time. Okay. Stuff it in the hole. And squeeze. Good to go. Now we know this one's right next to the other one, so we don't really have to worry about that too much. Same thing, flat side through the window. Listen for the click. Click. All right, so we just have 1, 2, 3, 4 more to go, and then we can check that. Be right back. Here's our new connector on the board, and it fit really nice and snug. We need to get all these others changed too, but they're not power. We have a power one up here on the ROM board. But let's go ahead and plug it in and see how she does now. All right, see how it goes. Out in the hole. That's a good sound. Rub pattern to start. Should do it a few times no matter what. Okay. ROM failure. Okay. Okay, so this board here in the middle is the ROM board. And this connector that's on it right here at the left, I'm going to take that connector and I'm going to do the same thing that I did to the other one. And then that should solidify our power to it. And then we'll see if we get anything else after that. Now we have a reset. So we are worse than we were, I do believe. So I'm actually going to look through my notes and see if this is in any of them. And then I guess we're going to have to pull the ROM board and hopefully we can figure out what's wrong with this. Maybe it's just a voltage problem. Several problems we could have, but this is, I think, worse than we were. I'm not sure. Okay, I'm going to use these 4 LEDs as an indicator on what's wrong, and then I'm going to reset it with this reset switch that's right here. Let's watch them and see what they say for us. Reset now. They just stayed on. That's not supposed to happen. Okay, that didn't work at all. Let me reboot the game. Let's just reboot it this way. Okay. And they just stayed on. I think they're supposed to flash twice if it's okay. Nothing on the screen here. Alright, well, doesn't look like we've got any farther. I'm wondering if it's not the ribbon cable, because the wheels just fell off once I moved this. I've taken the ROM board off and just reseated the ROM, so that wasn't the problem. Put new power there, and then that kind of screwed it up. But I did check our voltages. Our voltages are good. At least they're better. It's not 5, but it's like 4.8. Yeah, I just not sure if it had something to do with this thing. I really hope not. I don't think I have anything to replace that with. Let's try the reset again. They should go off. It's not doing anything. Huh. Sounds like it reset it. That's different, but fun. All right, we might move on to another game just because it's starting to get late. It's like 2:30 already. Come back to this one. I know I can fix it. I'm going to read up just a little bit more. Otherwise, I'm either going to choose another game or we're going to come back to this one. Not sure yet. Going to have to go on pause on this one. I just can't get past this ribbon cable. It is just not doing it. I can kind of push on it here and here and mess with it here and kind of move it around, and it'll come in and out, but it won't stay stable, and that's just not going to work. Even for a video, I don't want to do that. I did go through and all of the power connectors I repinned all the way down, did that one too, and still resetting. So still stuck on the ribbon cable. Can't really get past that, but I wanted to try just in case it was going to do it. So these two right here are going to be ground and 5 volts. So what do we get here? Did I not turn the game on? I didn't turn the game on. I guess that would help. Hang on.
Here it is. A nice little trade. The person I traded got what they wanted. I got what I wanted. And a pretty good deal on it too. Super hang on.
Get what I want!
That comes later.
Yeah.
Okay. It's on fire.
What? Whoa.
Lots of smoke.
Well, that's bad.
Yeah, well, thanks for watching.
when you take care of people, people take care of you in this community.
That's the truth.
So everyone, please remember that. Even if we're competitors, we're not enemies.